will be held at Pimlico Racecourse in Baltimore, Maryland on October 3rd.
Baltimore Mayor Jack Young called efforts to lock in the new date one of his proudest achievements. The race has tens of thousands of fans, but a sharp decline is expected this year. Melissa Howell for CBS News in Maryland.
Now to London.
I'm being arrested because I questioned the and I wouldn't go home.
People angry over social distancing rules in Britain took to the streets in London's Hyde Park, where police arrested 19 people for deliberately violating the guidelines. This woman was there.
People are coming out not because they want to be violent or because they want to be rebels, just because they want to defend their human rights, they want to defend the future of their children, they want to say no for mandatory vaccines, they want to be free of their choice and to take in their hands the responsibility of their lives, not give their lives to a government, a state, or a global system.
Tropical storm Arthur is headed for the Outer Banks. CBS News meteorologist Jeff.
It's located a couple hundred miles to the southeast of Charleston, South Carolina. However, because it is moving north-northeast, it is likely to intercept the eastern Carolina around the Outer Banks. Now, because of that, a tropical storm warning is in effect later tonight and during the day tomorrow.
The Atlantic hurricane season doesn't officially start until June 1st. This is CBS News.
You can listen to CBS News Radio 24 hours a day, days a week on radio.com or the radio.com app. Download it today.
These are unprecedented times, which are causing and financial worry for millions of Americans. But here's some good news. If you owe back taxes to the IRS, Optima Tax Relief can reduce the stress in your life by your tax debt right from the safety of your own home. Make no mistake, you don't want to ignore the IRS right now. They can take your paycheck and everything you work so hard for. On your side, you may qualify for help that saves you thousands. Their tax professionals specialize in the Fresh Start Initiative, one of the biggest breaks the IRS has ever offered. Is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau and has resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for taxpayers across the nation. So now's the time for tax help you trust. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Ways to share your stories even with 19 lockdowns.
Tyrone Hampton and Frank DeJesus are friends and fellow bus drivers in New York City.
Now our heart is being tested. It's one hell of a test.
The day that we stepped foot on that bus, we come home with the possibility of not infecting ourselves only, but our loved ones.
The Core Connect's free platform to remotely record an interview. You can document a similar conversation with an elder. They're uploaded to the Library of Congress.
We're going to make it through this, man.
More than 600,000 people have shared their stories so far. Wendy Gillette, CBS News.
For the first time in months this weekend, many businesses in New Orleans reopened. Stores, gyms, and restaurants are operating under strict guidelines. You can dine in, but you must continue to follow social distancing and sanitation protocols. Keys, CBS News.
So there I am, stuck at home for what felt like but you know what? I put that time to good use, like by cleaning my grill, sweeping my patio, and getting ready to finally get the old gang back together again for some summer barbecue. Because that's what the best hostesses do. They prepare. So for whatever summer throws at you this year, Smart & Final has you and all your amigos covered with the variety they need. Get the best deals delivered right to you by shopping online at smartandfinal.com. Smart & Final. One trip and that's it.
It's Jane, and if you're a parent at home with kids who are to their devices, we need to talk about KiwiCo. KiwiCo is hands-on art and science projects delivered to your doorstep. Seriously, they can blast off a bottle rocket, explore colorful, kid-friendly chemistry, and more, all from the comfort of home. Everything you need to make STEM seriously fun, delivered monthly to your doorstep. Get to KiwiCo.local today to save 30% on your first month. That's KIWICO.com/local.
Hi, everyone. It's Paul Lyhander from Nevada's Evening News here on KXNT. Just a genuine thank you to the first responders and frontline workers all over the valley. You are the heartbeat of our Las Vegas community, and we're grateful you get our new normal a better normal. Remember, when you need company, join us on air at News Talk 840 KXNT and listen anytime at home with your free radio.com app. And News Talk 840 KXNT is helping Southern Nevada stay connected together. For more, go to radio.com/stay connected.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Did you just own? You did it again, didn't you? You know, you're flying down the road in a 3-ton hunk of steel, and a text takes your eyes off the road for an average of 5. At 55 miles per hour, that's long enough to travel the length of a football field and cause some serious damage. Turn it off. Trust me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
So I'm apartment hunting and having this debate with a landlord.
Like I said, no pets. Just can't rent you the unit.
Yeah, he's a dog, but sir, he's not a pet.
He's 4-legged, he's hairy, he's on a leash.
No, Henry is an assistance animal. Look, I'm legally blind. Couldn't you make a reasonable accommodation for my guide dog?
Young lady, you can call your canine friend any... Those are the rules.
Rules? Rules that allow for housing discrimination? So I made a call to HUD to confirm that indeed landlords must make accommodations for assistance animals. And now we're so happy in our new apartment.
If you think you've been discriminated against because of your disability, race, color, religion, sex, or familial status, call the HUD hotline, 1-800-669-9777, or go to hud.gov/fair housing. File a complaint. Make some.
Fair housing is your right. Use it.
A public service message from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development in partnership with the National Fair Housing Alliance.
News Talk AM, KXNT.
In incognito mode. You know this. Your internet service provider can see every single website that you've ever visited. I use ExpressVPN to protect my data, even when I'm at home. It's because they have best-in-class encryption. Plus, it's so easy to use. I mean, literally, just 3 clicks and you're all set up. You can get extra 3 months free at expressvpn.com/Kim. Once again, that's expressvpn.com/Kim. All right, let's with 5 things that you need to know, because I scour the tech news all day long, and I'm always looking for things that you need to know about. And that's where we're making news, email alerts, and we pass along things every single day with our consumer tech update that's on about 389 radio stations, and also here, because hackers are going to hack. Listen to this. A couple of U.S. government agencies just accused hackers of trying to steal COVID-19 research data. And not make a guess right now. And if you are watching the show, I want you to put it in the chat room, okay? Make a guess. Who do you think the hackers are that are stealing all the research data? Come on, say it out loud if you're driving along. Well, in a joint statement, the FBI, along with the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security, says that hackers from China are behind the effort to steal our research. They're issuing warnings to organizations researching the virus, saying that they're a prime target, that all their systems are protected. And it wouldn't be the first time, although the Chinese government denies it. They've been involved in a number of cyber attacks against the U.S. in recent years. I don't know if you remember this. Most notably, it was the theft of 150 million records from Equifax. So there's the research. That's why it's called the, flu. Yes. All right, moving along. Number 2, it turns out Madonna is really living in a material world and really is a material girl. What? Well, while these nation-backed hackers and other groups around the world are busy targeting coronavirus research and health systems, you've got others that are going after the data of A-listers in the entertainment industry. A Manhattan law firm by the name of Grubman, Shire, Messias, and Sack, they're caught up in this ransomware attack, and it's a lot of data. According to Variety, roughly 750 gigabytes of data, and they say, we're going to make it all public if we don't get paid. Now, their clientele, probably some people you would have heard about, Robert De Niro, Lady Gaga, LeBron James, Bruce Springsteen, Madonna, Elton John, Mike Tyson, U2, Barbra Streisand, just to name a few. And to prove that they have what they say that they have, hackers posted screenshots of a contract for Madonna's recent world tour, signatures, and all the weird things that she needs to have before a concert. Now, the law firm confirmed with the BBC that it was indeed hit with a cyber attack, and they tried to help them out. They didn't say how much money was being demanded or if they were going to pay up, but you can bet that they're going to be wearing their best lawsuits. All right, number 3, paying the ransom is a really bad idea. So let's say this obviously well-to-do law firm decides to pay off the scammer back. Well, it might actually cost them more in the long run. You see, cyber criminals keep hitting companies and other organizations with ransomware attacks because they know them are going to pay up to prevent rebuilding an entire network from scratch. Okay, but Sophos says caving into the demands isn't a good idea. They have this new, the State or 2020. It sounds like something that you'd see like on ABC. Anyway, researchers collected data from various organizations, and the ones that didn't pay the ransom lost an average of, it's still a lot of money, $730,000. But on the flip side, organizations that did pay had losses of averaging $1.4 million. And here's why. Companies are desperate to get the files back, but the hackers, they're not always going to give you the encryption key in return the first time. Here's your option. You can have a backup of all the files that were stolen, or B, you can have a system that was secure enough to prevent this in the first place, which the state of Texas did not have either. All right, number 4, you can work without pants on for the rest of your life. What did you say? That's right. Tesla CEO Elon Musk is already bringing workers in, even though they hadn't really been cleared to reopen. Apple is already its workers back because, let's face it, they paid, $1 gazillion for that big spaceship research center and employment center that they have in corporate offices. They're saying that they're going to let their employees stay home for the rest of the year. Okay, then there's Twitter. Word has it that his offices will stay closed until November, but this past week, CEO Jack Dorsey emailed the entire Twitter staff telling them, if you can get your work done at home, you come back to the office ever. Never. Even those who won't be allowed to stay home don't have to worry about returning to the office anytime soon, probably until, a lot of people have come to like working from home, and they're going to fight to stay there until the Twitter end. Oh, I'm sorry. That one was, I'm sorry. It was just right there. Number 5, good luck escaping the Zoom call. Regardless of wanting to stay home or get back to the office, I think, agree that these constant video calls, they're getting old. You got meeting after meeting, day after day. They now have a new term for it. It's called Zoom fatigue. And it's exhaustion from information overload, from your brain trying to make sense of everything where there's no subtle cues, right? You have no eye contact, no body language. It doesn't have to be all business all the time. Because now, this is really amazing. I love entrepreneurs. You know that. You can add escape rooms to your Zoom happy hour. What is that? What are you saying about an escape room? Because that's normally a physical place where you have to go. And it's like these team building sessions. Well, an escape room company has taken its in-person rooms online with a 90-minute Zoom call adventure called the Grim Escape. And just like a real escape room, you and your friends have to solve problems and puzzles to get out, and it's moderated by a puzzle break employee. The game/Zoom call, it costs $25 for up to 6 players. And finally, think about this, a Zoom meeting that you're supposed to be able to get away from. All right, let me tell you about these earbuds. Amazing. And if you're working from home, you don't need or want everyone listening into your phone calls, know what you're watching, being disturbed by your music. It's stressful enough. That's why everyone needs a great pair of wireless earbuds. And you already know that Raycon earbuds start at about half the price of any other premium wireless kit. And they sound just as amazing as the other top audio brands that you know. Well, their newest model, the Everyday E25 earbuds, are truly their best. 6 hours of playtime, seamless Bluetooth pairing, literally just like one little touch and it's done. More bass and a more compact design that gives you the noise isolating fit. Raycon's wireless earbuds are so comfortable. They're just perfect for conference calls, video chats, binging podcasts, whatever you're watching. And also what I love about this is whether you have ears that are too small or, let's face it, as you get older, your ears get bigger. They do. It's just a matter of life. Raycon earbuds come with 6 pairs of silicone tips that will fit your ears perfectly. Unlike some of your other wireless options, Raycon earbuds are both stylish, they're strangling wires or stems. The company was co-founded by Ray J, and celebrities like Snoop Dogg, Cardi B, and Melissa Etheridge are obsessed with their Raycons. And now it's time for exactly what all the hype is about. You can get 15% off your order at buyraycon.com/Kim. Once again, that's buyraycon.com/Kim, and 15% off. I've had some people that are emailing me saying, I went to the wrong place. I can't really find it. So let me give you the address again. It's buy.com/Kim. That's BUYRAYCON.com/Kim. All right. You want to stay right where you are. We have a totally jam-packed in our digital life hack. I wanted to come up with something that you all could be using right now. And so let's say you've been home for 2 months and now you're starting to venture out again. You're going to start going back into the workplace, and maybe the kids are still going to be at home, and maybe you don't necessarily need to be doing everything that you're doing. And so coming up in our digital life hack, it's 10 things that you need to do with your phone, 10 essential settings that you're going to need to change as you take your phone back into the way that it used to be, kind of almost in the normal. And of course, we have all of your phone calls here on this Coast to Coast broadcast of the Kim Komando Show.
Breaking tech news, security alerts, data breaches, and digital know-how, all in the free Komando newsletters. Get yours at komando.com, KOMANDO.
News Talk 840, KXNT.
Technology has improved just about everything. Phones, cars, shopping, but mattresses have more or less stayed the same since the invention of sleep. Finally, the mattress has evolved, thanks to Purple. The secret is the Purple Grid. Adapts to your body's natural shape and sleep style. So you get the soft comfort you crave and the firm support your back needs all at once. You'll rest easy night after night because the ultra-durable Purple Grid won't sink or lose shape. Plus, with over 2,800 open-air channels and naturally temperature-neutral gel, you'll never sleep or too cold. Every Purple mattress comes with free shipping, free returns, and a risk-free 100-night trial. Experience the next evolution of sleep. Go to purple.com and use promo code KIM. For a limited time, you'll get $150 off any Purple mattress order of $1,500 or more. That's purple.com's promo code KIM for $150 off any mattress order of $1,500 or more. Terms apply.
We all shop online, and now a better way with Honey. Honey is the free online shopping tool that automatically finds the best promo codes and applies them to your cart. Just download Honey and shop on all your favorite websites like normal. And when you check out, just click the Apply Coupons button that pops up. Wait a couple of seconds for Honey to scan it today, all the working coupons on the web, then watch your price drop. Honey works on nearly every online store, including Walmart, Target, Home Depot, Macy's, more. And Honey has found over $2 billion in savings for its users. That's why it has over 100,000 five-star reviews on the Google Chrome Store. 100% free to use and installs in seconds. Plus, it's backed by PayPal, so you know it's secure and reliable. Not using Honey is literally passing up free. So get Honey for free today at joinhoney.com/Kim. That's joinhoney.com/Kim.
Amazon is hiring near you. Earn $13.25 an hour. Start as soon as 7 days. No resume or experience required. Health and safety are a top priority with all our roles and sites. And Amazon is taking precautions in our buildings to keep people healthy. Learn more or find a job now at amazon.com/apply. That's amazon.com/apply. Amazon is an equal opportunity employer.
I'm Cristela, first-generation daughter of Mexican immigrants, and now I'm a California Census Ambassador. Every 10 years, everyone in California needs to be counted regardless of your status, so we can get our share of billions of dollars of funds from Washington for housing and healthcare, for seniors, for children. Who counts? Everyone. It's only 9 preguntas. Take the census now, online or by phone. We all count. Go to californiacensus.org.
News Talk 840 AM, KX.
Hey, listen, I'd love to hear from you. Our T-Mobile Unlimited listener line is now open. That's 1-888-825-5254, the way to join us. And, you know, as more and more states are starting to reopen for business, and many cities and counties and states are making it mandatory to wear a mask. And if you don't, you could get fined, maybe even arrested. Some stores are also making masks mandatory. There are about 38 states or so are now requiring masks at the last count. People are making masks at home. A ton of people are selling masks on Etsy. I don't know if you heard about this. Over 100,000 masks were sold on Etsy in the last month. You know, there's a lot of confusion about masks. Do you wear it to protect yourself? Do you protect others? Everyone wants a disposable medical-grade N95 mask. I looked it up because they filter out the non-oil particles as small as 0.3 microns in diameter. But the coronavirus is actually smaller than that. There are a ton of masks for sale online, different sites, all different vendors. And joining us here on the Kim Komando Show to help us sort it all out and tell us also about technology. Technology, about the mask of the future, is Dr. Fichtenbaum, and he's an infectious disease professor at the University of Cincinnati College. You know, Carl, thank you so much for being here. As I mentioned, there's a lot of confusion over mask do's and don'ts, but let's address, if we can first, Doctor, the elephant in the room. I mean, do all these masks that people are making at home, do they actually work?
Yeah, question, and thanks for having me on the show. I really appreciate it. You know, masks help, and the way it helps is usually all the rest. So anything that we can do that filters out a little bit of what we are breathing out, what we are coughing out, or sneeze will help other people around us. So even if our masks are not super medical masks, the N95 that filters out the particles, any mask that is going to filter out some of the droplets or particles that people breathe out or cough out to other people. And so I think it's kind of a respect for other human beings. If I respect you and care about you and your grandfather, I put my mask on when I go out in public so that I'm protecting you. It's not so much it's protecting me, protecting you.
You know, and that's a really interesting way to put it. And thank you for that, because there's always been a lot of confusion. You know, I mean, or do I not? Is it necessary? Is it not necessary? Now, I read a story, and that's why I wanted to have you on, because you were talking about at Fast Company about these new grade of masks that are using copper. Tell us how that works.
Yeah, so it's interesting. Copper goes back the Egyptian days, more than 2,000 years ago. People recognized that copper might be useful for protecting against germs. It has certain properties that we know to kill bacteria, fungi, and viruses. So we sometimes use it in the medical world, and it is an easy way, I think, to add something a little extra to the masks that people are wearing or fabric. There's been studies done where they've had copper in fabric or other materials, and it does reduce the number of germs that we see whenever tested. What's really interesting is it's actually been tested, copper has been tested against similar coronaviruses. So there's another human coronavirus that's a cause of a common cold, and it's called the HU-CoV-229E, slightly different virus than this one. But it's actually been tested in the laboratory looking at copper, and copper actually will kill this virus.
So
on surfaces, it may be helpful.
So in the mask, we would put some type of copper fiber. Does that type of mask last longer?
Yeah, I don't know. I think we have to test it to see how many uses you can get out of it where it would still be effective. So, of course, is any new mask that's developed, we have to put it to the test. We have to run it through its paces. And so we have to figure out, does it actually work? If we embed copper into the fibers, will it kill virus that comes in contact or prevent virus coming from someone's mouth from being contagious to someone else? So I think those experiments have to be done. And then the next step, of course, is for multiple uses.
Yeah, right.
So there is more testing that has to be done for us to be sure that this technology works.
Thank you, Doctor, for helping bring some clarity to something I don't think we ever thought that we would be wearing when we go out in public here in the United States. I mean, never in my life would I have thought when I go out, I better have my mask on. Thank you again, Doctor. I trust T-Mobile's network to keep me covered, and you should too. They're advanced network than ever before. Check out the coverage in your area at T-Mobile.com/coverage. That's T-Mobile.com/coverage. You know, I know that so many of you have these little Nest cameras, and I don't know if you're aware of it, but there's been some changes. Used to be able to be able to get continuous recording saved to the cloud with facial recognition, activity zone alerts, and you would pay based on video storage, $5 a month for 5 days, or all the way up to $30 for 30 days. Well, this past week, Nest, owned by Google, of course, they've changed some things around, and so the price is simple. It's a new price, $6 a month for 30 days, $12 a month for 60 days, but there's a catch. It's only going to be saving the recordings to the cloud if or motion is detected. So if nothing's detected, it's not going to be saving that. There's also Nest Aware Plus. You get 60 days of clips and 10 days recording. It gets really complicated. So that's why if you are looking for a whole security system, make sure that you always check out simplysafekim.com. Once again, that's simplysafekim.com. Coming up, a guy invented a trivia game making, what, $3,000 a day or more? Here on the Kim Komando Show.
America's biggest weekend radio show about all things digital. America's Digital Got It. Komando. News Talk 840, KXNT.
We're all in uncharted territory looking for ways to support. At Dell Technologies, we're making sure small businesses have the right tech solutions. Dell Technologies advisors are here for you, from helping small businesses stay connected and while working remotely with Windows 10 and Microsoft Teams, to rapidly deploying remote work solutions that limit upfront costs with Dell Financial Services. We're standing by you every step of the way. Call 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Raycon earbuds start at about half the price of other premium earbuds, and they sound just as amazing. Their everyday E25 earbuds are their best model yet and offer you 6 hours of playtime, seamless Bluetooth pairing, more comfortable fit, perfect for conference calls, video chats, or binging podcasts. Raycon was co-founded by Ray J, and professional musicians like Melissa Etheridge love them. Write 18% off your order at buyraycon.com/Kim. That's buyraycon.com/Kim.
Special report update. The COVID-19 outbreak continues to impact prices at the pump. Industry analyst Trilby Lundberg.
There's been a gasoline market reversal for 9 weeks straight. The price of gasoline is up in the past 3 weeks by a nickel. The new average price is $1.97.
Expensive gas in the country is in Honolulu. California is looking ahead to the fall and whether classes will resume in person. Governor Gavin Newsom tells CNN State of the Union that it's too early to make a firm commitment on whether schools will be back in business.
Some schools will not be. Many schools will be. And it's all conditioned on our ability to not only keep staff and faculty safe, to keep the community safe. So it's all predicated on data, on science, on not just observe the reality on the ground.
I'm Ann Cates.
Are you drowning in IRS tax debt? Ready for a toll-free hotline? Take advantage of new IRS tax forgiveness programs. Call Civic Tax Relief for free information now. Find out about the Fresh Start program that is now available through Civic Tax Relief. Civic Tax Relief's special tax hotline can help you discover all the relief programs you qualify for free. 800-841-0908. 800-841-0908. 800-841-0908.
This is the story of a very just a few knew about her superpowers. In a matter of seconds, she turned herself into a great mathematician. She masqueraded as a regular person at work, but hero at home. Everyone knows her as Gabriella. I still call her Mom.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. You need to help, complete with tips and resources at aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Make your mornings right. Glenn Beck at 6. Vegas at 8 with Alan Stock. Rush at 9. Breaking news, thought starters, and opinions for Southern Nevada. News Talk 8 XNT. Stay connected.
So there I am, stuck at home for what felt like an eternity. But you know what? I put that time to good use, like my grill, sweeping my patio, and getting ready to finally get the old gang back together again for some summer barbecue fun. Because that's what the best hostesses do. They prepare. Whatever summer throws at you this year, Smart & Final has you and all your amigos covered with the variety they need at the value you love. Get the best deals delivered right to you by shopping on final.com. Smart & Final. One trip and that's it.
I'm Salvin Chahal, and I'm a California Census Ambassador. What's the census? Every 10 years, people fill out the census to count every person living in the United States. Why? So we get our fair share of government funds for California, for schools, hospitals, housing, jobs for our community, and for all of us. It's only 9 questions. Do it online or do it by phone. Your privacy is fully protected no matter what your status is. I count, you count, we all count. CaliforniaCensus.org to learn more.
Every day at Nevada SPCA, we save lives. Because when you find a pet, you find happiness, and that can be a lifesaver. I'm Executive Director Lori Herron. Nevada SPCA has been a safety net for homeless animals for 30 years by providing shelter, medical care, and finding homes with people like you. So visit NevadaSPCA.org to adopt, foster, donate, or volunteer, and find happiness.
St. Jude continues to advance by increasing cure rates in childhood cancer, and donate to us because you get the feeling that you have a team behind you.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Learn more at stjude.org.
Morning's right. Glenn Beck at 6. Vegas at 8 with Alan Stock. Rush at 9. Breaking news, thought starters, and opinions for Southern Nevada. Talk 840. KXNT. Stay connected.
All right, we all shop online a lot, and I'm buying whatever I then chancing it and going to the store. But did you know you can make online shopping even better? And you can with Honey. If you have not tried Honey, you are so missing out. Honey, online shopping tool that automatically finds the best promo codes and applies them right to your cart. You can get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/Kim. To your computer, you shop all your favorite websites like you do. And then when you check out, I just love this little thing pops up. This little animated character pops up. Would you like me to apply coupons? And you're like, oh, you do. I would love for you to apply the coupons. And then you just click it, and then it goes coupons. And then that promo code discount box totally populated, and it says, wow, you just saved money. I'm like, oh, thank you. I mean, because, from listening to the Kim Komando show, you know that I'm cheap, okay? And my niece just had a beautiful little baby boy. And my mom wanted to buy great-grandson a beautiful cross, and she saved 25% by using Honey. She's like, in that Brooklyn accent. So wait, I just said %? I'm like, yes, you just saved 25% by using Honey. Works on nearly every online store, Walmart, Target, Home Depot, Macy's, Etsy. And on over $2 billion in savings. That's why it has over 100,000 5-star reviews on the Google Chrome store. Not using Honey is literally passing up free money. It's 100% free to use, installs in just a few seconds. It works on all the browsers, not just Google Chrome, by the way. It's backed by PayPal, so you know it's secure, it's reliable, free at joinhoney.com/Kim. Once again, that address, a lot of people are getting it confused by going to someplace else. You want to go to joinhoney.com/Kim.
When COVID-19 hit us hard and unexpectedly back in March, a lot of businesses had to pivot. Mine sure did, as it wasn't possible to do a global Bloomberg with social distancing in a television studio. And I'm sure your business, whether it's one that you own or work for, it seemingly changed overnight. But remember, the grass is always greener where you water it. And Stephen Walsh usually works in bars in Baltimore, where he likes to quiz people who are drinking about the show Friends. But the bars closed on, say, March 17th, thereabouts, and he launched a Zoom trivia game that he calls Walsh Trivia. And think of it like bar trivia night without the bar. Stephen, thank you so much for joining us. First of all, what's the biggest surprise in putting together Walsh Trivia?
I think I knew there was a demand there for it because bar trivia is so popular in the U.S. The thing that has really surprised me is that I've been getting teams from all around the world. And no matter where they're playing, they're really, really enjoying the game.
So how does it work? Take somebody just starting out and saying, I want to put together a trivia night. How do they do it?
So what I do is I run regulars that people can sign up for and play with their friends against other teams, or we can do private games and company games. But what they do is they register for the game, and only the captain needs to sign up. Everyone else on the team is automatically under the captain's registration. And then on the day of the game, I send them a confirmation and some instructions on how to play, very simple. And then about 15 minutes before the game starts, I send them a Zoom link, and they are all able to watch and follow the game on Zoom. And then the captain submits the answers at the end of each round via a very simple Google.
So how many games a day are you hosting?
I have hosted between 2 and 6 games every single day since this started. So I think tonight I will do 4 games, and that will be my 59th day in a row.
That's incredible. That's really something. So you mentioned that you're hosting games all around the world. Tell us about some of the places.
Yeah, so between the regular games and everything, I think I'm up to about 60 different countries. What happened was right after it first launched, I had invited someone to play. That person told their friend who was at the U.S. Embassy in Islamabad in Pakistan and was like, we would love to play because we're quarantining here and there's not much to do. And he was able to invite embassies and consulates. So now every Saturday I do games, which we call the worldwide game. We do 2 a day, and then we announce a champion. And my winners last week were in Congo, in the Republic of Congo, and my winners in Asia were in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia.
You know what? I love that. That's so amazing. How long are the games?
The games run roughly 1 hour. It might it's over if it's a very big crowd, but what we found after a while was that was the perfect amount of time where you have their attention for as much beyond that. People just kind of get a little bored or they lose interest. So the game was designed to run exactly an hour.
And so how many people can partake?
So I have had up to 350 people at once. But this weekend I am doing a Harry Potter themed game. Not that I know anything about Harry Potter, but I recruited a few experts.
Me neither.
Exactly. I recruited a few experts who really love my trivia, and they offered to write the game, and they'll co-host. And I'm expecting that to have about 90 teams, and I don't limit the team size. So I think we'll probably go over 500 people on that one.
Wow.
But if the technology was there, we could do a lot more. I'm just working with what I've been able to develop myself.
So let's talk about the money. How much does it cost, say, for a typical game, and how much are you making a day?
On the money side, I want to have fun games with a lot of teams and as many people playing as possible. So I have kept it kind of affordable. What I do is I charge for the captain, and I charge $2 for every additional player on your team. And that way I have a lot of people who play every night or 3, 4, 5 times a week. I charge a little more for the theme games just because there's a little more work goes into them. But you know, if you add up $2 times hundreds of people, it's quite nice. But the potential limit, because everybody who discovers the game loves it. It's just a matter of how do I target and reach more people.
Well, Stephen, congrats on your success. If somebody wants to check it out, what's the web address?
So they would find me walshtrivia.com or Walsh Trivia. It's my last name, WALSH. I'm at Walsh Trivia on Facebook and Instagram.
Stephen, thanks again for joining us. Phenomenal story. Keep us posted of your success, okay?
All right. Thanks so much, Kim. Have a good day.
It's time now for our digital life hack. Every week we put one of these together for you, and this week it's brought to you by T-Mobile. So many of us have friends and loved ones in the military, and May is Military Appreciation Month, the perfect time for us to honor all of the brave men and women of the U.S. that serve all of us in the Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, and Coast Guard, and of course, all their family members. One person isn't in the military. Their family is too. Committed to helping keep military families connected with 50% off family lines for active duty military and veterans. That's phenomenal. And T-Mobile's support community goes beyond just discounts. T-Mobile invests in career development programs to help servicemen and women transition back into civilian life. And they're offering military communities and organizations. Plus, T-Mobile is a military